So will you stay the CEO of 100 Thieves? Yo, listen, man, straight up, brother. I am the CEO of 100 Thieves right now, and I'm all in on 100 Thieves, and I'm always going to be a part of 100 Thieves. But, like, I'm certainly not going to be the traditional CEO or even the title of CEO for that much longer, brother. I started the company. There are certain aspects of just building and operating the company that I am not good at that somebody else should be doing. I mean, look at what the last like 5 months have been. Look at what the last 5 months have been, man. I'm streaming full time and shit like that. I just need to make sure that 100 Thieves is in a great place from a day-to-day perspective, and it already is with the new folks. I've stepped into new roles at the company that have been here for a long time. But yeah, man, like, I certainly don't want to be the CEO anymore of 100 Thieves. And that has nothing to do with how much I believe in 100 Thieves. Listen, I tried to step down from the CEO of 100 Thieves 6 months ago, gentlemen, because there was just too much pressure. I felt too much pressure to, like, be what I needed to be for my family, be what I needed to be for my community, and then be what I needed to be for the 100 Thieves community, and then be what I needed to be for the 100 Thieves esports players, for the fucking creators, for the fucking apparel team, for everybody, bro. It's just so much, and all of the things that you really need to be for as the CEO of the company. A lot of the traditional things that you need to be for the company to be a good CEO, I am not good at those things, dude.
We lose our spawn.
So, we're trying to work out a way for me to stay as involved as I possibly can with 100 Thieves. But make sure that the company can operate on its own without me needing to be there every single day. Why is he rubbing his head like that? Hey, listen, man. Yo, you guys can't be cooking me for my little ticks here. All right? I mean, 100T is your baby? Yeah, dude, I love this thing. I put my entire life and career in 100 Thieves.
Nice.
But there's just been a lot of pressure, and it's not that I can't handle the pressure. I've been handling the pressure for 2 years now. But it's really more from like a self-awareness direction on all these thoughts that I'm trying to convey over to you guys, that they're just things that other people could be doing in my role that could be doing these things much better. Starting a company is by far, and I haven't even done all the heavy lifting, probably the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. Straight up. It's such a difficult thing to manage, because like you're managing the expectations, especially when you're like a consumer forward-facing company. You have an entire community that you're answering to and creating for and building for.
Rafiki tipped
and then you have
$10. You're a great guy, and I have been watching for a long time.
Think about
Thank
this,
you
bro.
for all that you do, and staying true to yourself and sharing that for you to move to TX and hang with the old crew. Put this toward the Birkin bag.
Rafiki, bro, you're the fucking man. I appreciate the kind words and the 10 beans.
I don't know.
And I'm gonna pocket that $10 and not tell my wife or Gracie that somebody put money towards the Birkin bag fund, but I appreciate you, Ben. At least I'm telling you the truth. Nah, but so you're managing like the community, and you're trying to make every decision that you make for the community, right?
No.
But then you have to like really build a real business, and so sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do. Sometimes you have to do things better than you ever could imagine you could do those things, and then. I mean, this is way too big of a fucking topic to talk about right now, just because it's such a complicated,
I want to play one more and try to get this MP7.
yeah, at least from my perspective, the way that I want to explain it, it's too complicated for me to get all those words out right now, especially now that I've been live for 9 hours. But just like, think about this, bro. At one point, we had like 100 employees at 100 Thieves, bro. Each one of those people are like their own human being with all the same problems that I possibly have, you know, at home, or their life in general. They have like a vision of where they want to go, the things that they want to do, how they want to succeed. They have things about their job that they like. They have things about their jobs they don't like. And then a lot of times, especially since we're a company that
if I can figure out the sniper, because I'm pretty sure there's a way for you to shoot
obviously wants to enable those people to do the things that they want to do. Like,
and make it accurate. You just have to
you're really like, you're not even managing. I'm not even like, you're just managing people's happiness at all times, really. And it just, dude, I have such a hard time handling my own emotions sometimes. It is so hard to make decisions because you're going to make a decision that is going to impact many people in many different, vastly different ways. Some good, some bad, some okay, some whatever. But at the end of the day, like, every decision you make affects somebody else's life. And I hate that. I can't stand it, brother. Like, we had to do 3 rounds of layoffs at 100 Thieves, and I've talked about this on podcasts before and shit like that. I know that layoffs aren't about me. Like, this isn't a speech that I'm trying to give to our employees like, this has really affected me too. I just don't like the fact that with me at the helm, you know, the company had an unbelievable amount of growth and we were making so much money at the time and everything was great. And then all of a sudden you make decisions where you're like, okay, let's start on this new thing. Let's try this new thing. We're already doing this thing pretty well. And then boom, you know, a year and a half later, the market changes, the fucking economy changes. We have a national fucking pandemic. Nobody can leave their fucking house. Like, all these things just change so rapidly. And now all those decisions that you made that you thought you were making in good faith for the business and for the growth of the company and more jobs and this, that, the other, all of a sudden are the reason why all those decisions are the reason why you have to now tell somebody who's been working here for like 3 years that they don't have a job tomorrow. And it's just fucking, that's it. It's crazy, bro. It's just, I think the best thing that I can do for 100 Thieves is be the biggest creator I possibly can and share with people why I love this company. And that should be my job. And I don't care if anybody agrees with it, man, because I've gone back and forth on this for so long on what was right for me at 100 Thieves. But for me to be the best entertainer and like the biggest light to shine on this brand at 100 Thieves, I have to be free of like the conversations of these layoffs, and I have to be free of like the conversation of the negotiations with the players and the creators and all this. It's too much for me to be doing all of these things at the same time because it's just making me do all of them at a very poor level. When my brain has always been based on hyper fixation, and I need to do the one thing that I'm fucking good at, and it will make up for all the other things that I'm not doing. And I genuinely, that's the only way I can explain what I've felt like for the last couple years at 100 Thieves. So, I don't know. We kind of just randomly jumped onto that topic of 100 Thieves, but some of that's, you have to delegate, hire your weakness. Yo, that's what we've done for a long time, but I am not even good at delegating, bro. You don't understand. Yo, Jay Morse, I appreciate that advice. I'm not actually looking for advice on how to fucking lead a company because
no joke.
I'm really not. I'm not like, when you say something along those lines, like, you got to delegate, I know you're actually just trying to be a part of the conversation, bro. But with how thoughtfully I try to explain these things, you don't think that I've been sitting here tossing and turning in my fucking bed at night, figuring out how to be a better manager and a better... The first thing I finally told McGowan before we started working together, I told him, I'm like, yo, just so you know, I'm not a fucking manager, bro. I do not delegate well. These are not things that I am good at. And so don't expect them from me. If you're coming here for me to help you, like, grow your career, I will do that the only way I know how. And that's, like, me and you making our fucking content together. And, you know, introduce you to more people, bigger opportunities, yada, yada. But I'm not here. I am not a good manager. So it's like, I understand why you would suggest, like, hey, this is what you should do. Trust me, bro. The way that my brain works, I've thought about all these things. I've been doing this now for, like, almost 7 years, if not more. I have tried everything under the sun and thought about every scenario about how to be better at the things that I'm not good at. Whether you hire somebody, whether you do this, whether you do that. There's just things that I don't like about running a business that I never want to do again. And that's pretty much it. So, The people that we have leading like 100 Thieves right now in the day-to-day operations, this guy Jacob, he was our head of esports since like year 1, year 2 of 100 Thieves. This guy's been in esports longer than I have, man. And he's the nicest guy. He always looks out for the players. He always looks out for the fucking company. He always looks out for his staff. And he really knows what the fuck he's doing. And he knows me long enough to understand like what I like and what I don't like. And so when we have somebody like him, and then Julie, who's our new COO, she is been with the company for quite a few years now, and she was really leading the charge on HR and everything people related at our business. You know, she's gotten to deal with some of the best times at 100 Thieves. She's gotten to deal with some of the worst times at 100 Thieves, and had to like really champion like rounds of layoffs, which was really fucking heavy shit and really hard. And now she's not only looking after the people, but she's looking after like the day-to-day operations of the business too. I mean, that's basically what she's been doing this entire time. And then our CFO, Jason, he was like our 3rd employee at 100 Thieves. We've got fucking Gabe, who has been here since day 1, our first real employee, who's still like leading content and brand and shit like that. Like, we have like a lot of the pieces that we still here have at 100 Thieves. I promise you, in most cases, like for the company to operate day to day, they really don't need me to be at the office. They really don't need me for a lot of things that I've done in the past and had to do in the past. I need to be able to be a fan of the brand so that I can be impactful for the brand. Because right now, I just have too much weighing down my mind every day. So, I mean, bro, I'll tell you what, dude. Some of those things that I said, I've kind of held in for years. And some of those things I've said, I've wanted to tell you guys for months, but I've kind of held off just out of respect for the, you know, situation and the company changing it, like, again, for the 3rd time. You know, we sold Project X, we sold Juvie, and John, my business partner, left, and we just made a lot of changes. So a lot of the things that I was getting ready to like tell all of you and explain to you kind of took a back seat. And listen, I haven't like talked to anybody about the conversation I just had on stream with you guys. And I've talked a lot about that stuff, but some of the things like saying like, yo, I don't want to be the CEO anymore. I've held on to that for like literally 2 years because there was never the right time. And half the time when I was telling you guys that I feel like I'm losing my mind and going crazy on stream, it's because I've been like juggling those thoughts and emotions while like having a baby at the same time, and my life changing substantially more than it's ever have in my like this shit was just too much, bro, and I was starting to crack, man. There's too much pressure. So I appreciate you guys listening. Scurvy Shark, thank you very much for the tier 1, brother.
I'll do one more game on the MP7. I hope it's a good map for it. I'll do one more game.
What size jersey you wearing? I'm wearing a medium.
VT melee when you're close. Melee's one shot.
Any advice for being a first-time dad, bro? Just be patient, man. You got to be patient for your wife or your partner or
45 new record.
Significant other. You got to, you know, I mean, guys can do a lot, but there's a lot of stuff that you just can't do. So you just got to put on a good face and great attitude and just be patient for her.